Your birthday's supposed to be the one day that's about you. So why does it feel like the worst day of the year? Not sad, not lonely, just wrong. Like you're playing a character in someone else's celebration. Smiling on cue, laughing on cue, saying thank you so much on cue. And the second someone points a camera at you, something inside you wants to disappear. Maybe you turned off your birthday on social media years ago, and you told yourself it was because you hated the fake posts. But really, you just didn't want anyone to make it a thing. Maybe you've told your friends, please, nothing this year, every year. Maybe you spent your last birthday alone, and part of you preferred it that way. And maybe you've never once said that out loud. Because how do you explain something like that without sounding broken? Here's what people assume. You're ungrateful. You're antisocial. You need to relax. But I want to offer you something different. What if hating birthday attention isn't a personality flaw? What if it's a memory your body never forgot? Because when I explain what's actually happening in your brain, you might understand yourself for the first time. Think back. There was a birthday. Maybe you were 7, maybe 10, where you genuinely believed something special was going to happen, and then it didn't. No one remembered at school, or your parents forgot in the noise of their own lives, or the party was smaller than you pictured, or the one person you wanted there wasn't. You didn't cry. You were a child. You adjusted. You just quietly decided, don't expect anything. Psychologists call this emotional conditioning. Your brain, trying to protect you, built a wall. The problem is, that wall is still standing. And now when people try to celebrate you, your first instinct isn't joy. It's defense. But for some people, it goes deeper than disappointment. Picture a restaurant. The staff start walking toward your table, clapping, singing, loud, strangers turning to stare. Everyone else at the table is smiling. Your body is in fight or flight. Not because you're dramatic, because attention always came with a test. React correctly. Look grateful enough. Seem happy enough. If you grew up in a home where emotions were judged, where getting it wrong meant criticism or silence, your nervous system learned that being watched is dangerous. So it protects you the only way it knows how. It makes you want to disappear. And then there are people whose birthdays carry something heavier. The parent who used to be the first to call, who isn't here anymore. The friend who always made it feel like a real day, who faded out of your life and took the warmth with them. The version of yourself you thought you'd be by now. Birthdays are a calendar that doesn't lie. And while everyone around you is singing and clapping, you are quietly counting who is missing. Nobody notices that. Nobody thinks to ask. Some people have one more thing underneath all of this. Someone buys you a gift, you feel guilty. Someone books a dinner for you, you feel like a burden. People spend money, time, attention on you, and some part of you feels like you don't deserve it. That's not modesty. That's what happens when you grew up believing that love had to be earned. Good grades, good behavior, being useful, being easy. If love was always conditional, unconditional love stops feeling like love. It feels like a mistake. Like they don't know the real you yet. So here is what I want you to understand. You don't hate your birthday. You hate performance. You hate expectation. You hate the gap between what birthdays are supposed to feel like and what they actually feel like in your body. You don't want a party. You want someone to sit with you and mean it. You don't want presents. You want to feel like existing is enough. That's not too much to want. That's the most human thing in the world. So, this year, if your birthday comes and you feel that old urge to disappear, don't fight it. Honor it. Order your favorite food. Turn your phone off. Sit somewhere that feels like you. Because you are allowed to celebrate in a way that your nervous system can actually receive. You were never broken. You were just never celebrated the right way. And that is not your fault.